Now, Frankenbeans Family Radio presents Closed Forum, hosted by Bible scholar Brother Harry VanCampsbeans. Brother VanCampsbeans came to know the Bible one day over 40 years ago, when he was searching a motel room desk for writing paper to write down his thoughts, when instead he found a Gideon Bible where he instead wrote his thoughts. And he's been writing his own thoughts into the Bible ever since. Brother VanCampsbeans is the world's leading authority on the end times, having predicted them more than any other radio host. Tonight's broadcast is pre-recorded, so we cannot take your calls, but you can send your love offerings in as usual. And now, Closed Forum with Brother Harry VanCampsbeans. Good evening. Welcome to Closed Forum. I know some of you were disappointed when the world didn't end as I predicted on May 21st. Moreover, some of you were still disappointed when I then said it would end May 22nd and it didn't, then May 25th, and so on up to today. This program is being recorded for broadcast on July 30th, 2011, which happens to be Frankenbeans Day. Well, I've done some new calculations and I've discovered that the Bible says the world will absolutely end today, July 30th, 2011, during the Frankenbeans Festival. Now, you might ask, Brother VanCampsbeans, how did you arrive at this? Well, I did some calculations, and this is the 44th Frankenbeans Day in the year 2011. Now, some people call this year 2011, and some call it 2011. So this is not a problem of God's, this is a problem of the people of the world. So we'll just call the year 11. Now, if we subtract 11 from 44, from 44th Frankenbeans Day, we get 33, which is, of course, the number of years Jesus lived in this world. That's our first clue from the Bible that the world will end July 30th. Now, how about another clue? We see that today is the 30th day of the 7th month, and if you add those numbers together, you get 37. Now, we know that Noah was in the ark during the flood that lasted 40 days and 40 nights. So if we subtract 37 from the 40, we get 3, and of course that was the number of wise men who came to the manger. We can't dispute the Bible on this. Remember, if you're listening to this broadcast on Frankenbeans Day, July 30th, 2011, I guarantee that the world will absolutely end today. Well, we're out of time now for today, so please tune in again next week. Good night. You've been listening to Closed Forum, a Frankenbeans Family Radio presentation hosted by Bible scholar Brother Harry VanCampsbeans. Be sure to tune in again next time for another broadcast on Frankenbeans Family Radio.